Good morning, all. We hope this video catches you in good health. Today, we just want to kind of talk about the touch of the Master's hand. Now, y'all know we're talking about more of a spiritual touch and not a physical touch. We have a lot of hoorah today about Jesus not being who he says he is and everything like this, and some want to discredit him as being the Son of God and everything like that. But you know what? It is what it is. You know, the thing is, Carl can't understand spiritual anyway, so you will never understand what we, you know what I'm saying, what, you know what I'm saying, what would happen in the spiritual world just by looking at it in the natural in the first place. But like I said, we want to talk about the touch of the Master's hand. A lot of the things we know, people followed Jesus back in his days, followed him. Sometimes they didn't sit back there and always believe what he said, but the thing was they believed that he can, no matter if he touched them, whatever they're dealing with, that he can heal. We're talking about with the Jesus's touch, he had power over devils, he had powers over disease, he had powers over the death. So one thing we found out about Jesus' touch, number one, it was a life-giving touch. If you look at Jairus' daughter when she was laying dead in Mark 5:41, he was able to raise her up. The widow of Nain's son in Luke 7 and 14. You know what I'm saying? It was a life-giving touch. He had a cleansing touch. If you look at the lepers that was cleansed by the touch of Jesus in Matthew 8:1-3, leprosy, leprosy in that sense was a type of sin. So the cleansing of that type of sin, it was a sin cleansing type of touch that Jesus had then. And then he had a quieting touch when he healed Simon Peter's mother-in-law of the fever that she had. That's also in Matthew 8:14 and 15. Now the healing of that fever, it was a physical, and again, back then it was a sin to have that, to be dealing with that kind of fever, so to speak. But again, it was a type of it was a quiet touch. It was able to calm. He had a reassuring touch. If you look at the disciples, now they felt this thing on the Mount of Transfiguration. They felt that kind of touch in Matthew 17:6-7, and they were told then not even to be afraid. He had a healing touch. We all know about it. Every touch that he had, when he sat back and when Simon Peter cut off the dude's ear it was Luke 22 50 and 51, when he cut off the servant's the ear that was trying to come get Jesus. Jesus put the ear back on the guy. So we also know he had a healing touch. Now these are just examples, y'all. He had a soul he had a saving touch. You know what I'm saying? He kept Peter from sinking. In the midst of when Peter's walking out there in the water and he took his eyes off Jesus and he went down, he had a saving touch. So a lot of us today, we can't get that physical touch, but we can have that spiritual touch, where whenever we feel like we're going through something, whenever we feel like life just ain't going right, sometimes we need that spiritual touch from Jesus. We need a life-giving touch. We need a cleansing touch. We need a quieting touch. We need an illuminating touch. We need a reassuring touch. We need a healing touch. We need a touch from God. And so sometimes, even in the midst of me going through what I'm going through, sometimes I got to holler, touch me, Lord, so that I can make it through the turmoil. I can make it through this test that you're trying to send me to. We need a touch sometimes, that when we feel like maybe our marriages might be going wrong, maybe the alcohol is trying to take advantage of us, maybe nicotine trying to take advantage of us. We need a touch from God sometimes. Sometimes we could be doing the best we can to live the best life we can possibly live, and something to go wrong, that we just need a touch from Jesus. And so I'm asking you today to ask the Lord to touch you, even in the midst of what you're going through. If you're going through something right now, ask God to touch you, and believe that He will touch you spiritually, and understand that once He handles everything, it will be all right. So y'all, today, just ask for a touch from God, and everything will be all right. I love y'all. Y'all stay watchful, stay prayerful, stay in the Word, and most of all, stay blessed.